boys pentathlon high jump going over final instructions. And our girls pentathlon shot put getting underway now. Kelly McLean of North Reading, our first thrower, 8 meters 09. Again, you can find all the results at live.athletic.net to stay up to date.
Yeah, it looks like they're just under 3 minutes away from starting the boys high jump in the pentathlon. Again, you can watch all the on-demand coverage of the pentathlon field events at runnerspace.com.
Joshua Dwanchuk of the Speed Academy showing some serious speed over the opening 200. We talked about needing about 39 through 300 to be on pace. She's a little slower than that, about 40, but she's not fading. She is accelerating.
Salwanchuk all the way down the home stretch here. Get that time, 55.69.
So she will be inside 55.69. The senior, answering my question from earlier, now she's at 6th place in the qualifying, but that will bump Sydney Glee of Atlanta, Georgia, back to 8th.
Through their school system, and they're able to get the right training in regardless of the weather outside. But moving on here, heat 12 of 25. Hudson, Ungunlily, Horn, Kramer, Sharp, Edin, and Feener. And that looked like lane 5, Cole Kramer, Southern Regional. So we are moving to essentially the halfway mark here in our boys 60-meter championship prelims. Johnson, Thorny, Sakala, Ellison, Leaks, Fisher, Reddick, and Young. Interesting to see Jelani Edison in that lane 4, considered that seeded lane with very little track and field history available.
Coming all the way from Canada, not necessarily going to be that many results on our systems here, because our systems here are mainly designed around the athletes from the U.S. But he's a very accomplished Canadian athlete. He's run 6.78.
That is showing he might have actually gotten the win there.
It's very close to the line there.
Ellison does. Our friend from the north here, Flying Angels Canada, running 6.85. It says he runs a new US 57, but if he's a Canadian, then that will not be a US number 57. So he is a Canadian citizen, so that US time won't necessarily count. His best result he ran just a couple of weeks ago on World Athletics is a 6.78. So he's definitely going to be a player in this race.
Absolutely.
Oh,
block issue. Oh, he fell. Brody Anderson.
You hate to see that. Wyatt Lee, though, who was having those block issues before.
6.84 for Wyatt Lee of Flying Angels. Quick update from the pole vault. The bar now at 4 meters 85. Liam Wickard, a clean scorecard. Notably, he did enter the competition at opening height. Kyle Claude Bauman entered the competition at 4 meters 55, and he will now be attempting 4 meters 85.
Gordon, Rogers, Johnson, Haley, Neskorovsky, Walker, and Shortbridge, and it's Jayhill Haley, another Canadian athlete coming in here and dominating his heat, but unfortunately not enough to move into the next round. Trey Johnson in second place.
The qualifying standard for the girls' 60-meter dash. Was 7:95 or a 7:29 or an 11:70. We're going to take 24 to the semi and then 8 to the final. Ashley Johnson of MTFC getting things started with a 7:71. Delias Jones 7:77. That's the 8th fastest time in New York this year. Sophia Ragazzi's just party on the planet. live.athletic.net. Everyone's sitting back up. The official not standing them up yet. We'll stay down. Pole vault getting a little bit loud, looking for the claps from the crowd. Heat will get off cleanly. Heat 9 of 32. There's lane number 4, Alexia Jones of MTFC. Alexia Jones, 7:59. Nina Kai Bogey of Sharon, 7:71. The boys pole vault competition getting spicy at 4 meters 85. That's 15 feet 11. Elise Cooper looking ready to run fast. A great start by Cooper. She's already in the lead. Elise Cooper across the line for McDonough. 7:35. That is the 5th best time in the United States this year. The top time in Maryland. 7:35, and that'll bump her into the top qualifying spot by over a 1/10 of a second. Elise Cooper in field trying to shake it off and get ready to go again. See Victoria Minot of MTFC taking a little bit of time to get back into the blocks, going at her own pace, making sure that she doesn't let it disturb her, that the person to her left is going home. Flying down the track, that is lane number 3, Maya Eddy of Red Hawk Track. But lane 4, Kiara Vermont coming on strong in the final meters for Exchange Zone Athletics. 7:55, Victoria Minot of MTFC, 7:75. Victoria Minot's strategy there of getting into the blocks at her own pace really paid off because she's on the proper side of qualifying.
So a tight race between these two competitors, the only two on the track. On the outside, Parham running well, but here Thompson running well, but here comes Parham now, and they are neck and neck, stride for stride around the final turn. Both of these athletes fighting hard for the win. It looks as though it's just going to be Thompson by a hair at the line, and that is 24:46 for Thompson, the senior from Speed Academy. She was pushed all the way, and there you see good support from Trinity Parham. I think both of these runners quite happy with their performances. You can see how tight that battle was. In fact, it was Parham with a slight advantage until about 20 meters to go. Thompson perhaps just holding form ever so slightly. Nia Nelson in 4, Millard in 5, and Ashley Johnson of the Mississauga Track and Field Club will go in lane 6. Incidentally, that was my club in high school. Great to see them coming down from the Toronto area. So despite the potential fatigue after that championship girls 400, Millard off to a blazing start in 5. And just pulling up, it looks like, hopefully not an injury. She was grabbing her hamstring. The race now wide open, as it appears to be Johnson for the Mississauga Track and Field Club. taking the win in that section, 24-64. And smiles and hugs here for Johnson. Alexia Jones of Mississauga Track Club starting in 5, and Olivia Ocaro starting in 6. We have 2 scratches. Look to Alexia Jones in 5. Jones, just a sophomore. She's in grade 10, and she's made up the stagger now on Ocaro to her outside. Closing hard now is Durenay, but it is going to be Alexia Jones, to the support of excited teammates in the crowd, looking up and I think giving her thanks for them as she comes away with a 24-36. And that is going to put her into bubble position. She is 8th in the compiled results at the moment. 3 runners here in section number 28. We have Victoria Minot of Mississauga Track and Field Club. Ani Zegbo of Camel City will go in 4, and Jaylee Brown starts in 5. Great starts by each of these athletes. Fast running on the inside there by Minot. But now pulling away is Jaylee Brown of the Dudley Panthers. Panthers working hard to hold on to her lead here. She's got lots of running under her belt already, having qualified for the 60-meter semis as well as the finals of the girls 4x200 meter relay. We're in 7th overall right now.
Leverett will be in lane 1, Jelani Ellison in 2, Joshua Johnson in 3, Ryan Deerenfield in 4. And this time they're away clean. And it's Deerenfield in the middle of the track who is going to post the fastest time in this semi. They will wait and see if those times are going to be quick enough to move them on through. Heat 2 will have Alexia Jones from the Mississauga Track and Field Club in Canada in lane 1. She's a grade 10 athlete. Elizabeth Tanis from the Speed Academy will be in lane 2. Xenia Ray from West Warwick Track Club will be in 3. Elise Cooper from McDonough will be in lane 4. Christina Gray from West Coast Speed will be in 5. Jasmine Cook from Archbishop Carroll out of DC will be in 6. And Kira Beaumont from Exchange Zone Athletics will be in lane 7.
Keep your eyes on the middle of the track. Elise Cooper out of Philly. She's run a blazing 300-meter time, a solid 200 time as well.
At the second fastest time in the prelim round of 7:35. Again, she's in lane 4, and it's going to be Cooper crossing first. She comes through in a time of 7:35, so she is certainly consistent as she matches the time she ran in the prelims.